A content creator that goes by the name Ash is being dragged by Nigerians as we speak. Ash said this about what is going on in Nigeria right now.
There is no Christian genocide happening in Nigeria, and these claims exist to further U.S. interests in the region.
She said, and I quote, "There is no Christian genocide happening in Nigeria right now," end quote. This is what Nigerians have to say about Ash.
We need to talk about this evil, hypocritical witch called Ash. You are not Nigerian, you have never been to Nigeria, you don't know anything about Nigeria, and yet you felt so bold to jump on your microphone and speak for Nigerians, speak over us. I am Nigerian, I was born and raised in Nigeria, and since I was born, and even before I was born, my entire life in Nigeria, every couple of months, hundreds of people have been slaughtered and massacred in the middle belt of Nigeria.
There is no credible evidence or international reports of a targeted, deliberate Christian genocide by Boko Haram. And the talking points surrounding this by U.S. political actors are rooted in misinformation and are not supported by the data set.
So either you're a liar or you are deliberately misinformed. And honestly, I don't know which is worse. So let's debunk the lies that were spewed concerning the fact that there are no data sets and no international reports citing Boko Haram, an Islamic terrorist group, as targeting Christians. So she said there were no credible reports, right? But this is from the UK government as far back as 2019, specifically citing Boko Haram as targeting Christians. Boko Haram, in conjunction with ISIS, deliberately and systematically targeting Christians and persecuting Nigerian Christians.
According to her profile, Ash is an Italian and Lebanese woman, and she talks about current affairs and sometimes politics on her page. And after she made this video, a lot of Nigerians were not really pleased with what she said, so they dragged her on social media. Now it appears that that specific video has been taken down. She has taken it down and you can't see it. Maybe she put it back up again, but you can't access it right now as we speak. She, I guess, got the message and people are not very pleased about what she said. Although from the little clips that we were able to find, she was talking about Nigeria, yes, but she was also connecting it with Trump and what the US is trying to do in Nigeria right now. So she completely blames it on, there's nothing going on there, they just want to do something in Nigeria. By they, she means the US and Trump's administration, which we all know what America does. They identify a specific issue and they offer help and they send in their troops, but unfortunately, we don't see a positive outcome. We've seen that time and time again, and history shows us that. Although that part we know to be true, we can't sit here and say there's no genocide happening in Nigeria. We've seen the stories coming out. We've reported on how Nigerians are losing their lives because of these rebels. And yes, Christians are dying, but there are Muslims that are dying too. We've seen that happen. But for Ash to come out and say there's no genocide rubbed Nigerians the wrong way. The affected people, the people that have lost a family member, are struggling with what's happening. And it's a fact that there are groups that are creating chaos in specific areas. And guess what? It still goes back to America. When you look back in history, who has helped fund these people and help them, equip them, you'll get your answer.
I served on that committee, and villagers kept telling us that in the middle of the night, helicopters piloted by white people kept landing and offloading guns, goods, and all kinds of and money to these people. Now, villagers they don't even know who these white people are. And they have no reason to lie to us. Now, we made a mistake. When I said we, some of us on the Boko Haram committee made a mistake. We thought it was the French. that were doing this. Now we have an American congressman said, no, it was the Americans who were doing this.
Yeah, so when you look at your history and see how this problem started in the first place, you'll get your answer. So a lot of people believe that Trump sending the troops to Nigeria is not really going to bring the promised outcome because of history again, and because of what has happened before in other countries. So we understand why Nigerians are offended by an outsider, an Italian Lebanese girl, coming out and saying there's no genocide happening in Nigeria when people are living it every day. It's unfair. There might be details that need to be discussed by Nigerians because they're living it, but you can't say there are no killings when every day we hear stories of people losing their lives, their house being burnt down, people getting kidnapped. We can't just label it as there's no such thing like that. It's just unfair, and it's understandable why Nigerians were dragging her. But what are your thoughts on this, fam? Let us know down below, especially if you're from Nigeria. We would love to hear from you. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.